out of game. Tyler's parents are at the door.
Okay.
Well, yeah, they're my parents too.
Yeah, I wasn't going to question it.
Wait, we're related?
Oh, shoot.
Oh, no.
Hey, it's Cory, your DM. Welcome to Vibe Proficiency, a D&D podcast about death, persistent cricket noises, and counting the doors, I guess. Listen, gang, I just gotta gush for a minute. You're pretty stellar. Like, honestly, until fairly recently, our only real downloads happened on release days, or maybe the day or two after. But apparently some of y'all are like, telling your friends to check out the show, because after the cliffhanger at the end of the last episode, we've been pretty consistently noticing new listeners starting from the prologue episodes just on random days of the week. And I know I've joked about it, but honestly, like, advertising this show is just not something that's really within our reach. And it truly does mean the world to us that you're actively sharing it around. I'm not really good at this sort of thing, but it's like very, very cool. And on a personal note, I am just super appreciative. Anyway, this is a great episode, and I really hope you dig it. I'll talk to you in a bit. Go listen to the intros, and we'll chat later. All right, love you. Bye.
All right, fun fact time. So I am Rebecca. I am playing Meira. She is a tiefling druid, and my fun fact for this week is she picked Simon specifically. She wanted a snake because she'd always been afraid of them living in the woods, but she thinks she has a lot to learn from them and is looking forward to also one day being a snake.
What?
Interesting.
Yeah, she's a wild shape.
Oh, yeah, wild shape. I was like, is there something we should know about the theology of your character?
Yeah, she was just afraid of them. It's her Batman moment.
I'll let you know, if you do become a snake, the people in this group will throw you.
I'm pretty sure we just throw you because we don't like you.
Oh,
Kelly, just because I haven't seen you in so long doesn't mean you have to be mean to me.
It's all pent up. I'm so sorry.
this is a fun little dichotomy shift here.
It's character development.
Is it because I didn't tell you happy birthday until a day late?
Yeah, is this because instead of saying happy birthday, I said, oh shit, wait, is it your birthday?
Yeah, I got some interesting birthdays from all of you.
I didn't tell her until the next day at like 3 o'clock in the morning because I was still awake and realized it.
Yep.
So my text was, oh shoot, I woke up and saw the notification. I was like, man, I need to text Kelly happy birthday. Then I rolled over and fell asleep again. Then I woke up and forgot about everything.
Been there.
4 hours after the fact. But if you pretend that I'm in Adamstown, Pecan Islands, it's still 11:48 on Sunday and it's still technically your birthday. So assume I'm there. Happy birthday.
Wait, when was it your birthday?
Oh my God.
What did I miss?
Oh, Jesus. It was Sunday.
Oh, whoops.
So happy birthday. Sorry, I missed it. Perks of not having Facebook. I missed it.
It's okay.
Or not perks. Sorry, that was the wrong
No,
word.
it's fine. I get it.
Whatever the opposite of perk is. But I just realized that a pseudo dragon has a challenge rating of 1/4, which I can do at my level. So that's gonna happen.
All right. I'm Casey. I play Kira, the Kalishtar monk. And the fun fact this week is prior to the event that made her what she is, Kira worshipped her father's god, Ogma, the god of wisdom. After her transformation, she began worshipping Helme, the god of protection.
Wow, yeah, damn, I dig that. There's definitely an implication there, and I cannot wait to unpack that.
Also, my last name. So
Yeah,
I'm into it.
it works out.
I'm Tyler. I play Kadmist Lightbringer, the half-orc paladin, Oath of Vengeance. Growing up, my dad was a member of the town, like a little militia they had there. And he was a ranger type. And he had a raven as his companion. So after the stuff that happened with that, that's why I ended up choosing a raven from the pet store.
That's pretty cool. I dig
It
that.
would be like my dada.
So here's the thing, guys. I swear I'm not copying all of you, but it's just a coincidence. It is an animal thing.
It's about
But
pets.
okay. So sorry,
got a
everyone.
theme.
Anyways, I'm Kelly. I play Harp. She is a changeling ranger. During her training era, her mentor was trying to get her to practice her archery with animals, and she refused. So as punishment, she had to wear kind of like a blindfold, but she could kind of see through it and had to practice with that instead. But she loves animals and doesn't want to hurt them.
So
Kinda nice.
her mentor wanted her to shoot animals and not like team
Like,
up side by side and shoot
What?
with
It-
them.
That's what it seems like.
Yeah. I mean, she just didn't want to hunt. Why the fuck you gotta make this weird?
No, I'm just distinguishing because when you first said it, I took it as, okay, why is she going to be training with animals? And then when you were like, she loves animals, like, okay, no, he wanted her to shoot
Oh,
the
yeah.
animals,
dog.
not like stand
Yeah,
next to
I
them
was
and
like-
shoot bows and arrows with them.
Okay. Okay.
Like gym class.
Your gym class is way cooler than mine.
We didn't do that in gym class. I went to Catholic school.
Oh god.
I just did that in my backyard.
Hi, hello. My name is Chandler. I play Elwin Peck, the elf turned into a pseudo dragon until he does 100 good deeds. My fun fact today is during his early times of being a pseudo dragon, he actually spent a year pretending to be a wizard's familiar because the wizard had like a really expansive library and he just wanted to read the books. And then he got bored and left one day.
How does that work?
Wait, let me follow that up with a question here.
Yeah.
Did the wizard know?
No idea.
So was he an actual wizard, or did he just think he was magical?
No. He was an actual wizard, and then Peck like kind of showed up and was just like, "Oh man, maybe I can just like sneak in here and read the books." And the wizard came in, and he was like, "Oh, I must have summoned a familiar." And then Peck just like went with it for a year so he could read everything in that library.
that tracks.
Most of it he'd already read. Like he got stuck up reading there. There was like some novel he had read, but it had like pictures in it. It was called what was like some like it was like two letters like comic DC comic, something like that. He got stuck up
Okay.
reading a lot of those for a while.
The DC comics.
Yeah, that was it.
Sounds unimaginative and really far-fetched.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it sounds pretty good.
I heard that they have some like really good detective stories. Though.
Yeah, he read like a lot of like really fun detective stuff.
Yeah.
He took it as a good deed, so
Why?
he's keeping the wizard company.
Okay. I'm Cory, and I do the DM thing, which brings me to this point. We're gonna level up. Yay.
Oh, wait, we didn't get a fun fact.
Well, the fun fact is that we're leveling up.
Got you there.
It's fun and a fact.
Okay, you shot back and you scored.
So let's do that really quick.
You said to level 5?
That'd be level 4.
Worth a shot.
Hey gang, it's Cory again, future Cory. Can I steal you? Like, will you join me outside the episode for just a moment? Thanks. Listen, I just sifted through literally 43 minutes worth of us leveling up these characters. In the past, we've done level ups at the end of an episode so that there's no time crunch and we could all like, dick around and talk about work, which like at the time of recording, we all did together at the same place. And we'd be able to like look up rules and descriptions of spells and class features, all that. But this time I just kind of sprung it on him at the beginning of our session because after last session, we spent about 20 minutes screaming about the twist ending instead, which was very fun, and I don't regret that. Anyway, listening back, it's a mess. It's character creation and upkeep. It is the math and reading portion of this game, and I really don't want to subject you to the 40 plus minutes of us not knowing what we're doing and, taking lengthy breaks to look stuff up. So, in lieu of that, you get to listen to what feels like 40 minutes of me explaining why I'm cutting that part out. Whoops. Anyway, if knowing what the sheets look like is something you're really into, here's just a quick high-level rundown of what choices were made as the party got to level 4. Becca took the ability score increase to raise her wisdom and strength scores to boost her spell casting. She also got some new wild shape options, like, she can change into a wider variety of animals now. And she picked up Produce Flame as a new cantrip and prepared, let's see here.
Detect poison and disease as a first level, and Pass Without Trace as a second level.
That's a good spell.
After that, Tyler took the Sentinel feat for Kadmist instead of an ability score increase. So now he can provoke more opportunity attacks and also can use his reaction to attack enemies that attacked a target other than him within 5 feet. He did this specifically so he could, let me just pull the quote here.
Get in the middle of everyone, and I can defend everyone.
Yeah, to which Chandler said,
I would never take something as broken as that.
sure. For what it's worth, immediately following that, Chandler figured out what he was going to do with Peck for level 4.
I took the feat Actor, as it increases my charisma modifier, which is what I use for spellcasting, as well as it gives me advantage on deception and performance check when trying to pass myself off as another person, and I'm always trying to pass myself off as another person when I'm on my unseen servant. And I can mimic the speech of another person or the sounds made of other creatures.
Love that for you.
I'm sorry I've created a broken character.
No, you're not.
Hey, at least listen, at least I gave him the fear of heights, so that way I don't fly everywhere. I tried to balance them.
And also his charisma is 19 now. Good shit. Let's see. Kelly gave Harp the linguist feat, so her intelligence score got bumped up by 1, and she got to pick 3 new languages to instantly know.
Don't ask me why. There is literally no thought process here. I'm going with deep speech, goblin, and celestial.
I speak deep speech.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, but you barely say anything.
And, that devolved into a whole thing with, language proficiency overlap.
I already speak
Yeah,
it.
but, it's not like your character was like, hey, Harp, guess what I speak?
Kelly, take a point of
Goblin.
inspiration for not metagaming the hell out of that choice. Appreciate it. And then Casey multi-classed Kira into Rogue, oddly enough. Us looking up the requirements and mechanics on that whole situation was a big part of the time suck, actually. And honestly, who knows if we even did it right? And also, who cares if we even did it right? We just kind of flung some fantasy spaghetti against the wall to see what stuck on this one. He got sneak attack, the ability to understand thieves' cant, and expertise in a bunch of stuff, including his...
Thieves' tools, wherever that is, but I don't have thieves' tools yet. I have to buy them.
Kelly can help you buy those. She was pretty good at that.
So I guess we're going back to the store.
Oh, yeah, we are. Got a bone to pick with a halfling. We were friends.
Are you not anymore?
I mean, I'm a little grumpy with her after this whole necromancy deal.
Hey, maybe she's a good guy.
I mean...
I'm gonna stab her.
Maybe it's all a misunderstanding.
Chandler, I'm gonna stab her.
Right, okay. I think you're all caught up now. Sorry if listening to almost 45 minutes worth of us quietly reading our handbooks is your thing. I just couldn't imagine sinking over 11 and a half hours of my life into a show and then being forced to sit through a strangely chopped up section where we read a bunch of feat descriptions while literal crickets from outside fill the dead air. And if I wouldn't listen to it, I really don't want to make you either. Anyway, thank you for taking this little detour with me. Let's get back to the thing.
We are ready.
I don't think I've ever been more ready, 40 minutes in.
Okay. Then let's do it. Last time on Vibe Proficiency, you all made your way into the fancy house in the woods, and you found yourselves...
What's a fancy house?
You found yourselves stuck in some kind of illusory corridor. After figuring all that out, Kadmist and Meira found a nifty secret passage. That was pretty fun. Emerging from the secret tunnel into a part of the house that hadn't been picked clean and looted already, Meira and Peck noticed a fire trap triggered by a rune on the floor that combined evocation and abjuration magic to make it the only safe space in the room from the fire. Peck, Kira, and Harp took off back into the secret passage to avoid being burned, and Meira convinced Kadmist to jump onto the rune, protecting them both from harm. After a bunch more wandering down some long but real hallways this time, you fought a small group of undead that were trying to break into a barricaded door. Kadmist smashed the door open. Meira turned into a panther. Killer choice, by the way.
I was very happy with that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And she tried to literally get the jump on the cloaked figure who was standing in the middle of the room. But the figure turned out to be an illusion, and when the rest of the group burst into the room, they briefly locked eyes with the real cloaked figure, who ducked behind a table before disappearing in a huge blast of magic, leaving behind a rectangular scorch mark on the floor, just like the ones in Kellamvor's temple at Holyhead. After reverting back from her panther form, Meira started digging through the backpack left behind by the figure and found some notes referencing the recent undead attacks and how the writer was experimenting with the crown you were all looking for. Meanwhile, Elwin detected strange, colorful, but also gray auras on the scorch marks in the room, just like before. Also, Meira found a health potion amidst the notes and scrolls in the backpack, and I think that's it. Oh, wait, also a tiny glass vial with a clover in it. My bad.
And that seems like the least important thing that happened.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't my favorite part, TBH. I really did like the flame trap, though.
I think you're also forgetting that Ansel had another 5 out of 20 bacon check.
Yeah, he did have it. You know what, though? He loves that shit. Consistently. It is burnt, crispy, and gross. And the fact that he specifically pays for that is wild.
Maybe Guys, I know we just found out that the halfling may be the evil person, but I think it might be Ansel eating that bacon. I think he might be the big bad in game.
You're kind of a monster, huh?
Kind of a monster.
We should kill him just to be sure.
Tyler, I am growing increasingly worried about Kadmist.
I am definitely pocketing that clover if I didn't say it last week. I can't remember.
Yeah, totally.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to wear it like a necklace as a sign of my rage.
Fair.
Just like a gentle reminder.
Just to everyone, like, hey, I'm kind of lucky and also mad.
I can teach you the path of vengeance if you would like to go down that.
I think after bonding through a fire trap, I'm ready for you to teach me the way of vengeance. I'll be a vengeance panther.
Do you know about our Lord and Savior Hor? He's the god of vengeance. If you would like to, I have a pamphlet for you if you would like to read it.
Great. I grew up in the woods. There wasn't many pamphlets, but we'll have a chat about that.
Okay.
While you guys are talking about vengeance, I have taken a look at these notes here. I don't remember Peck's voice, so
Oh, yeah, you got it in one, I think.
these notes look as if they were written by the notes. It seems like a crazy person raving about not knowing understanding how this relic works.
Meira, you still have the backpack, and it's probably like right about now that you realize there's still something rectangular in the bottom of the bag, and you reach out to pull out this journal, and you pop it open and immediately realize that the loose pages Peck is leafing through were torn from this book. Meira and Peck, make an investigation check for me.
Dude, did you know that investigation is my best skill?
I mean, is it?
It isn't. Deception is. That was the joke.
Sadly, my intelligence didn't go up, only my wisdom. But that is that's a 6.
That was a 5.
Okay, with a 5 and a 6, the old brain trust here is able to piece together that the number of pages missing from the book and the number of pages that you have do not match up.
Ooh.
Oh, shoot.
You're like several pages short. There are apparently a handful of pages from this journal that you don't have.
Have you all seen the clover?
Is that another one of your religious things?
No, I gave this to the halfling woman from the shop as a symbol if she needed our help.
Maybe she has been kidnapped by this hooded figure.
Oh, jeez.
Or maybe that's exactly who she is.
What would lead you to think that?
No one else knew about the clover except for me and her.
Do you think she left it on purpose?
I think she might be this necromancer we're looking for.
If she is the one we're looking for, Hor has something to say to her.
I think it's best we make our way back to town. And then in that moment, I want to dramatically pull out the vial she gave me of the antidote. And I want to say, I'm not sure, but Anziel did say that she gave some antidote to the guard. If she's not who she says she is, they might be in trouble as well.
Dun, dun, dun.
It might be smart to get back there as quick as we can.
Yeah.
Some might even say a good deed.
Wait a second. Aren't we all suspicious of Anseal too before we start giving him all this info?
Yes, I am super suspicious of him. Have you seen that bacon he eats?
Not about the bacon. Wasn't he talking to someone last time?
He was to some mysterious being, but if this person can teleport themselves, then maybe that was who it was.
I just think we have to be a little reserved with our information.
You might be right, but it's best to go and investigate and see if we can find something else out. I
Yeah.
don't know that this house is going to tell us any more.
Agreed. Where would you like to head first?
I love that lengthy pauses have become like our
Okay.
thing. You know what's great about this dead air, though, is that there is a rad little cricket at Casey's house. And like every time it chirps, his Discord icon turns green like he's talking.
I've been watching
Yeah,
that.
I couldn't tell if that cricket was here or if like Chandler had pulled up like cricket audio and was just playing it awkwardly, but nope, it's
Oh my gosh.
yeah, nope, that's for real.
No,
I turned
solid.
off my air conditioning because I'm way closer to the unit, so it was really loud. And I opened the windows, and that's a result is our cricket friend hanging out.
Perfect.
So, do we want to head back to that shop?
I believe we should make our way back to town. Maybe we can come up with an idea there. Maybe confront her.
I would like to confront her.
Yes.
As would I, especially if she betrayed our trust.
All right, just don't scare her.
I would like to take a moment while holding that vial to use one of my fancy new spells
Ooh.
called Detect Poison.
Okay.
on this vial that
how does that work?
I will let you know. It is brand new. So it's a concentration spell for up to 10 minutes. It's a one action. For the duration, you can sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of me. You identify the kind of poison and diseases in each case. It can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, common metal, thin sheet of lead, or 3 foot of wood and dirt.
Okay.
So it's on the vial, but anything else in the room as well.
Yeah, okay, totally. You cast this spell, and you don't detect any poison of any kind within range.
Okay.
I can't remember if we did this earlier. I just want to toss out there quick detect magic.
Yeah, you did. But just as a refresher, there was residual magic auras on the 2 scorch marks. The spot where the illusory figure vanished had that like indigo illusory aura mixed with some kind of like gray aura. And the larger mark where the real figure teleported away still has a tiny bit of this deep crimson conjuration aura swirled with that same gray. And there are little bits of charred something on the ground here. You also notice that strange gray aura on the rolled parchment that Meira pulled out of the backpack.
Gotcha.
And why don't you roll an investigation or arcana check on that parchment if you're looking at it? Your choice.
Dude, as we discovered, that is my best thing to roll. That would be a 16 total.
Dang, yeah, nice. You unfurl the parchment and give it a look, and first off, you find that it's several pieces of parchment kind of like rolled together, like nested, and they're kind of instantly familiar to you, specifically. Like, you've seen these your whole life in your studies. Like, the wizard you freeloaded off of probably had a handful of them. They're spell scrolls. But the actual content of the scroll that you're looking at, like the actual spell part, is really faded. And you can definitely like read the writing and recognize some of the glyphs on the page and stuff, but it's like faint. And with a 16, you figure that maybe it's been used once before. And at the bottom of the page is a little illustration of some kind of winged bug. And upon further inspection, you kind of figure that it's a bee.
You're telling me there are bees in here?
There's a bee? You get it, Casey? Like the vine?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, like that classic vine. There's a bee.
Casey hates vine.
Is this like a hand-drawn bee, or is this like
Yeah, hand-drawn. Like, they all appear to be individually drawn on each of the scrolls.
Ooh. I'll just collect up a couple of them just for reference.
Okay.
Just stuff them in my bag of holding.
You put bees in your bag of holding?
I do. Can they breathe? Can the bees breathe?
Oh my god, like that classic vine. There's a bee in your bag of holding.
No, Casey, come on, man. Don't be silly. Like, you're just embarrassing us now. So, like, for real, though, I feel like that clue was, like, big. And now I'm kind of, like, worried that... Like,
the bee one?
Yeah, I think maybe I haven't laid enough groundwork
I don't remember.
here.
Can I roll for bee? I don't remember where we saw a bee somewhere.
I don't remember seeing bees anywhere.
Was there a honey store?
Did we skip that part?
Bats, rats, and vats. Is there also a bee there too?
That's a straight 7 roll for B.
Were there bees at the
Oh, the spelling bee.
Gasp.
what?
Who is the owner? Hildry.
I pull out the used up spell scroll I had from when I added those rituals. Is it the same one?
Yeah, you like pull out the scrolls you transferred into your ritual book and lay them side by side, and when you know it, same handwriting, same bee illustration.
Everyone, these scrolls that were being used here they're used up. They did everything. These have the same symbol on them that the scrolls that I purchased from the spelling bee back in Port Crescent had on them.
Well, at least one or more of these shop owners are involved in this, so back to Port Crescent.
Yes.
Agreed.
Let us go.
Okay,
Oh, shoot. As I'm starting to leave, I go, I'll catch up. Let me go grab a few more of those spell scrolls. Did the 3 zombie things we killed, did they have any blood on them?
You try to like save some of the blood to trade with Denor, I take it?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a medicine check. I think that's how we're going to have to resolve these.
That's a 16. No modifier.
Okay, yeah, so these are humanoid. Like, you know how you would go about this, and you start to try to collect some, and you quickly realize that since they've died already, what they have cannot really be considered blood at this point. It's more just coagulated, solid, gross inside.
Wonderful. Well, I'll leave it then.
He might pay extra for that.
I don't know. He seems to really enjoy the blood that he can drink. I assume. I'll leave it. I just wanted to grab another one of those spell scrolls just for reference, so when we slap it down, it's more forceful, right? All right, let's go.
Yeah, you all make your way out of the house the way you came, and you watch it disappear amidst the forest as you walk away, just shrouded in that illusory magic, just like before. And you make your way down the eastern coastal path once more. And yeah, like I'm not gonna make you do shit on the road or anything. Like you make your way pretty uneventfully back into town by morning.
Back in town.
Shall we go see if she made it back to her house yet? And by house, I mean shop.
I
But
suppose.
she may have seen us, right?
She definitely saw me.
So, Harp, perhaps maybe you should go in, because you can change your appearance. She wouldn't be able to recognize you.
All right, before I do any of this, I need, obviously, I have the social skills of a terrible person. How am I going to get her to speak if she's even there?
Just make sure she's in there and then do like a
that's
funny
it.
thing, and then we'll bust in and I'll cast Hold Person and then we'll stab her.
Oh, okay.
that
All right.
I'm not sure if
That sounds like a
that's
very
a good deed to stab someone.
I don't know.
She made a wrongdoing.
This group got really violent.
I shall repay her wrong with wrongs. Violence will meet violence, and evil pay back
Don't
evil.
we want to find out why she's doing this?
Yes,
before
I don't think
we stab her?
I don't think she saw myself, since I wasn't quite myself. Harp can be someone she didn't see, so we could go in.
Yeah, we can go.
You could go make her feel bad, since you know.
And worst case, if we find she's guilty, I do the thing with the vines and she's entangled.
Then we talk to her,
We can hold her and then
then I stab her.
Yeah, then you can talk.
Yes.
All right, so I'll disguise myself as
I
just...
think before maybe let's look and see if there's a back exit, and maybe someone pose up outside the back exit.
Ooh.
So that way, if she makes a run for it, we can try and stop her.
I think that's a good plan, and we also should probably come up with some kind of code that if there is trouble and we need you to come in.
Maybe a bird sound. Is anyone good at making bird sounds?
So I'm just going to start cawing.
Caw!
I can send Simon for you.
That sounds way smarter.
Do any of you have the magical ability to message someone?
Well,
I have limited telepathy, but I do have to see you.
I can talk to any of you.
so it sounds like half the group's going in.
I've never been in Rats, Bats, and Vats, so she's never seen me.
Okay, before we get too deep into this, as your friend and DM, it sounds like you're gearing up for a fight, and I just want to remind you all that you haven't like rested or anything since your last encounter. Like I know it's been a minute since we played, and I just want to be upfront about it.
I didn't take any damage.
I didn't use any spells.
I don't think I took any
didn't take
damage either.
Okay.
I think I took 2, and I have
Okay.
enough spell slots if all goes wrong.
No, I mean that's fine. I just want
You lost 2 hit points?
I think so.
Lay on hands. You're healed 2 hit points. You're welcome.
Okay, great, thanks.
So shall we do this?
Yes, are we going into the spelling bee or to Rats, Bats, and Vats? I thought the spelling bee is where the bee came from.
Should we check her shop first? And if not, we see the other one? Because maybe she just bought the scrolls from that person.
You may be right. Peck, do you have one of those bees? Maybe I could hold on to it
Yes, I
and see if she recognizes it.
collected a couple. Here's a scroll for you.
So I take one of the scrolls.
yeah, cool.
Wonderful, there you are.
Thank you. And I think we're going in. Did you want to investigate to see if there's a back entrance first before Harp and I
Yes.
go in?
Wait, where are you going though? Because I actually do need to know.
The spelling bee, I believe,
Okay.
is the first
I
one.
shall join you to the spelling bee.
Should I mind link with one of you in case we need to rush in?
I will wait at the back door if you want to.
I think that's a
If
good
you want to
idea.
mind link me, I'll wait in the back.
Okay, I'll do that. Oh, wait, no, I need to be able to see you.
The entire time, or just when you cast it?
Yeah, mind link is you can speak telepathically to any creature you can see within 60 feet of you. So I need to be able to see you.
Here's a picture of me. Just think about that picture, whatever you want to cast it.
Well, so I can send off. I have awaken. If I see you within 30 feet, I can just have a full conversation with you. But if you're within 100 feet of me, I can send off ideas, emotions, and images.
I really love the idea that you're like right outside the shop and having this conversation as like a small angry
I'd like
mom.
to imagine we found a nice fountain and we're leaned up against the fountain.
I like to imagine.
Very casually.
heroic.
This is what we talked about on our way back.
Yes, this is the walk back.
So I could impose this feeling onto you, and I give you a feeling of.
Oh, I don't like that feeling. Why would you? Ooh.
Yes, that one right there. Which means come in weapons ready to fight, or I can impose this feeling on you.
Oh, dude.
And that one means everything is okay.
Never in my entire life have I ever had that feeling and thought everything is okay.
All right, let me try a different feeling. Let's go. Ooh, this one right here. Here you are.
That'll do.
That'll be if everything is okay, and you can come in, weapons not ablazing.
Regardless, I'm going to kill her. I just want to let everyone know that right now I will kill her.
All right, I'm gonna need you to slow your
Yeah,
rolling.
we'll see her involvement first, because she might be worth more to us alive if she has answers.
That is true. She might not be the person in charge. This might just be a mini-boss before we get to the big boss.
Yeah, what if they're forcing her to do all this?
I let the rogue free if she is of similar things. I will let
so
her
you,
go.
you have informed us that you have bad judgment capabilities.
Saying, if she's more involved, her punishment will be equal to her involvement.
Yes. So to the spelling bee.
To the spelling bee.
To the spelling bee.
Hey, God of this world, we go to the spelling bee.
Okay, you make it to the spelling bee, and it looks like the owner is inside and kind of getting things ready for the day.
Is there a back door to the spelling bee?
Yeah, so I mean, I don't think we've actually gone over this explicitly, like in any way that has made it into an episode. I mean, like I know we've chatted about it, but so like Central Plaza is kind of surrounded by a square of buildings. And they're all connected. Like think of it like a fantasy strip mall, right? With long buildings on each side and like multiple storefronts in each of those long buildings. And then there would be like, 4 of them boxing in the smaller stalls and roaming vendors in the middle. But you can go to the back of the long building and check it out. Give me an investigation roll.
-1. That's 11.
I mean, yeah, it could be worse.
Ouch.
Oh. You get around to the back of the building that contains the Spelling Bee storefront, and there are 3 doors here, and they're placed in such a way that like you just can't quite tell if one or any of these doors goes to that particular shop, or if it's maybe like a shared space in the back.
I shall stand in eye view of all 3 doors, just in case.
Great, yeah. Yeah, so they are doors.
Great. I shall wait for that feeling that I was promised.
Sounds good. Is anyone going into the front?
I'll go. I've done business here. I feel like I can talk with her.
And she's never seen me before, so I think it's safe to go in.
Yeah, she's never seen me either, so I am good to go in.
I'll actually join Kadmist, and it'll be bonding time.
Before we go in, I go, all right, I have a plan. Let's not show our hand too quickly. Let's go in under the guise of wanting to buy something. And then when we see one of the scrolls, we can merely comment on the bee and see what she has to say about it. Maybe ask about people around here, something to that effect. See how the role-playing goes.
So meta.
I think you have a fine plan, and if that doesn't work, she'll find I can be rather charming if the need arises.
Ooh. If you did that, could I get... do you think you'd be able to talk her into a discount on selling stuff?
We'll see her level of involvement before I use that spell.
Fair.
It does take a lot out of me every time.
True. All right, inside we go.
Inside we go.
Okay.
I do say that while going to open the door. That is in character.
Okay. You walk inside, and it's just as you remember it. Like it's this kind of small little shop. It smells like old pages and dried ink. And
It's my favorite smell.
And just like last time, over the main counter where you made your purchases before, there is a large sign with a bee on it bearing the name The Spelling Bee. And as the little bell above the door jingles, the shopkeeper, who is like carrying this large box through a curtained doorway, says, hey, just a sec. Be right with you.
I see what you did there.
Yes, very good.
And you hear her set the box down in the back with a thud. And, she reemerges through the curtained door. And, she quickly like wipes her brow with her forearm, and she unspools this like bit of ribbon that she's coiled around her fingers and like all the way up her arm before, pulling her dirty blonde hair into a messy bun. And she says, sorry, it's delivery day, but hey, welcome back in.
Oh, yes, you sell just wonderful. I had to bring some friends. I was wondering if I could maybe...
and her cheeks get a little bit red.
Peruse and maybe, potentially, is she single? Buy another scroll.
She says, hey, I'm really glad you're happy with the product. Like, seriously, thanks for the good word of mouth. And hey, welcome.
Yes, I as I told them, everything would be all right if we came to you.
She is like visibly delighted at that. Yeah.
Yes. do you happen to have find familiar?
Oh shit, maybe. Let me see. I'm like low-key scared of giving Peck scrolls now that I think about it.
I'll just get a little crab and you can make bubble sounds to make him talk to me.
See, I feel like that one may have been done.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah, she says, oh, I don't know why I didn't really take you for a conjurer, but yeah, I'm sure I have one around somewhere. And she reaches under the table and produces that large book from before, that sort of like inventory catalog ledger thing. Mm-hmm. And she kind of is like flipping through the pages and skimming quickly. And she's like really practiced at the act of looking things up, but she doesn't seem to quite remember where each thing should go. And while she's doing this, she's like, you're after a scroll like before, I take it, right? Not like a tome or?
Yes, preferably.
Gotcha. One sec. And she seems to find what she's looking for, and she taps the listing with an ink-stained finger a couple times as if locking the info into her memory. And then she starts walking over to a grid of cubbies with rolled parchment jabbing out into the aisle, and she finds the right column, the right row.
While she's doing that, did she leave this book open?
She did, yeah.
Okay, just at a quick glance, is it like keeping track of like cells that she's made?
No, this is more like a little homemade, like, you know, like a little Dewey Decimal System or whatever. Okay. It's how she keeps track of what's there in the store.
Fair.
Are there bee illustrations on the book at all?
Yeah, like you probably would have seen it before she, you know, opened it up and laid it down, but there's one on the spine.
Okay, because I'm standing right next to Peck. I just want to, as she's searching, be like, oh, the bees, it's so charming. What a great idea you had with that.
She like has her back to you, and she never stops focusing on finding the right little box in this grid of cubbies. And she says, "Oh, do you think? Thanks. It was my mom's idea. Not much for the business side of things, but she really did nail it with the name." And you know, she plucks out this roll of parchment and kind of raises it above her head as she like turns around to walk it back over to you. And she says, "You know, I might have named it differently if I wasn't so young when we started the shop, but I think it still holds up."
So all your spells are marked with this, son.
You mean the little illustration?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, look. And she kind of unrolls the scroll after she gets behind the counter again. And she kind of points to the bottom and says, yeah, not bad, right? I didn't always, but it seemed like it might help people remember where they got it from once it was used and the spell portion kind of faded away. Return business really did pick up after I started including them. So, hey, you know, it's only silly if it doesn't work, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was I will only shop here for my spell needs.
Really? For the bees?
Oh, for the bees.
That is quite the charm. I mean, I'm sure the rest of the town has been quite taken by this. You must have quite the clientele.
She kind of like waves dismissively at you, and you know, she like shakes her head in a bashful way and kind of like breaks eye contact and, you know, starts playing with the leather cord holding the scroll closed. And she says, no, nothing crazy like that. I do okay. I will say though, and maybe this is kind of awful, but you know, business did pick up a bit after word of the incident in Holyhead. And, you know, again, after the one here, doubly so. And I don't know, I think more people are interested in quick and easy means of protection lately. Can't blame them. But with an influx of novices, I feel like I've been dissuading a lot of potential buyers from some of the heavier stuff, you know?
Have you sold many heavier things lately? I would love to, you know, maybe start a type of book club to talk about all the spells we've been using.
She says, what a unique idea. Yeah, you know, I'm not sure, but I can take a look at the books, I guess. Hold on. And she pulls out a smaller book and pops it open. And it's like ledger lined and well kept. And she opens it to wear a red ribbon, like attached to the spine, you know? Mm-hmm. Like it shows where she left off. And it's got about the last week's worth of business or so. And she says, oh, hey, that must be you, huh? And she points to a couple scrolls sold to Man with Pseudo-Dragon.
Oh, yes, Elwin, do you not? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself last night. My name is Elwin.
She's like, yeah, right, Meira. Sorry, I feel like maybe...
Yes.
Yeah, anyways. Yeah, it's, like I said, not a lot beyond, you know, simple cantrips and stuff recently. My uncle says I'm throwing money away when I tell inexperienced magic users they shouldn't go for the big stuff yet, but she just kind of shrugs.
I want to try to kind of lean over and read while she has it open.
Yeah, roll investigation. Like, she's not hiding it from you or anything. Like, I don't think it's a stealth thing. Yeah, one?
Yeah, it's a 4 total.
I don't know. Yeah, you like do a casual lean on your elbow, but the counter is like more of a polished surface than you expected, and your elbow kind of slides when you put your weight on it, and you just elbow her book off the counter and bump into Peck a bit. And
Yeah.
So sorry about that. I'm quite the klutzy one.
she kind of laughs and she says, "No need to apologize. Not the first or the last time something has gotten dropped around here." And she picks it up and puts it away and says, "Hey, but Elwin, if you're serious about your spellcasters book club sort of thing, if you wanted to make like a flyer or something, I can keep it in the shop for you and stuff."
I will work on that and get back to you. I did have another question. Do you know of anyone in the neighboring area that has shown an interest in magic?
Interest in magic?
Yeah, like that we could invite to the club. Maybe I could leave a flyer. There's that health place. The vats with the rats.
Oh, Hildry's place. Rats, Bats, and Vats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet she'd be okay with you leaving a flyer. She's a real sweetheart.
Oh, sweetheart.
She makes a lot of alchemical sort of, she's like real good with potions and antidotes and simple pest poisons, but she hasn't really offered those in a long time.
Has she ever bought any scrolls from you?
I think maybe a light cantrip a little while back, yeah. I think she had to make some trips up the path and didn't want to be caught at night without a light.
Fair. Probably not good for the study group then.
But hey, we often do lunch, so if you don't want to ask about the flyer yourself, I can always ask for you next time she's over.
So she steals when she comes over for lunch. How dare she do this to Moria, Elwin's new love?
No.
Can I vibe check her? Because I don't trust her.
Sure, yeah. Roll a vibe check.
I'm so glad I upped my insight for a nat 1.
Another nat 1. You in your attempt to vibe check, you are like not subtle. Like you make too much eye contact. You're squinting. You look wild.
Does she like it a little bit though?
No. In fact, she's like, "Hey, whoa, is everything okay? You look. Are you in pain?"
Yeah. I rub my eyes really hard and just something in my eye.
Oh, I'm sure I have. And she like starts looking in all her pockets for maybe like a handkerchief or something, and she's like pulling out all kinds of miscellaneous junk, but not that. And she just kind of shrugs and says, "Wow, sorry, I guess not."
Oh, I'm sure I'll be fine. I just allergies,
Oh yeah, okay, sure thing.
How much for this spell scroll, by the way?
I was kind of hoping you forget. Let me see. She gives you like a little smirk and she says, "I don't know, this one makes the cantrip scrolls you bought look kind of like small potatoes. You think you can handle a familiar?"
Oh, I can handle anything.
Okay, please hold. Yeah, no, she just rolled a vibe check and she kind of makes this face and she says, "Oh, okay, yeah, 30 gold."
What, Cory? We had this back and forth going. I'm trying to like work towards the persuasion.
Wrong tree.
Or would you be willing to part with it for 20 gold?
She says, "Oh, hey, sorry, that's actually, wow, that's, I'm not sure if you know how these things are made, but this spell in particular takes about 10 gold worth of materials to cast, and the scroll writing process does consume components and materials when I make them, so I'd actually be selling it like quite a loss there."
That is sad. No worries then. I shall come back for it at a later time when I have more money. Maybe after our DM gives us a place to get some money.
Oof.
I have no money. Very, very well, very well. Thank you for your time. I shall return for that.
She says, "Hey, sure thing, no problem." And she walks it back to where she grabbed it from after, glancing back at the reference book to see where it should live.
When she walks away, I turn to the other two and I go, I think we might be hitting a dead end here.
Well, I want to try to like subtly the scroll that I had gotten from Peck that we found. I want to like drop it out of my hand and be like, "Oh, this was on the ground. Do you recognize this?"
Roll sleight of hand.
Oh, I'm not good at that. That's a 16.
Yeah. While she's got her back to you, you manage to, like quietly drop it down by your foot and like kind of kick it away from yourself a tiny bit. And as she turns around, I guess you make like a small show of finding it. Like, "Oh, look at that," right?
Yeah. Well, this was on the ground. It has a bee. It must be one of yours, no?
Sorry. Yeah, must be. This place can turn into a mess pretty fast. And she takes it from you and says, "Let me take a look and see where it belongs." And she unrolls it and kind of stops in her tracks and says, "Oh, oh, that's not great. It looks like this one's been used already. And she flips it back and forth a moment, and she's kind of clearly like disappointed about it. And she's like, oh, that kind of bums me out a bit. These things take so much effort to make, you know? It's okay. Someone must have thought it was a demo product or something.
Maybe.
Do you have demos?
Oh, sometimes, not often, but even then, usually I'm the one who actually uses it to show the customer,
Yes, that's fair.
And she walks it back over to the counter and sets it next to her inventory book, and she kind of checks to see where it came from, and then she stops and says, "Oh, that's odd. Silent image. Looks like I actually marked this one as missing a few days back."
Oh, missing?
Oh, yeah. Listen, I know what it looks like in here. It's not for everyone, but I have my system, and, sometimes stuff just kind of falls through the cracks.
Sounds like she's trying to make excuses for her friend.
Do you need me to come stab her?
As she's saying that, can I vibe check her? Since now she has the object?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh
my God.
I can't even put them in dice jail because they're digital
It's
dice.
another nat one.
It's another nat one, and I just upped my wisdom so this wouldn't happen. Okay, well, I guess I trust her.
Luckily for you, she doesn't see how weird your vibe check face is this time. And she's just like looking down at the used scroll, and she's like, clearly, she's bummed out about it.
Have you had any other spells? Are there any other missing scrolls that you have?
She says, yeah, hey, sometimes, it's the Moonshays, and I guess we're pretty close to the archipelago here on Alarin, so, I don't know if you know, but there's supposed to be some pretty heavy Thieves Guild presence up north, so, it's all hearsay, I guess, but some of the more cynical folks around here say to be wary of the merchants who, kind of breeze into town from the north and set up shop for a few days, but myself, I don't...
This Thieves Guild, everything we've heard about them has been terrible. You would never trust a member of the Thieves Guild, would you?
Well, I guess, if I knew that they were a member, I guess it'd be a little hard to trust them, but...
Yes, absolutely difficult to.
I kind of look away slowly.
Oh my God.
As if I got distracted by something on the shelf.
We'll be going now. I shall be back shortly to buy that scroll from you, so don't put it away too far. Don't let anyone buy it.
She says, oh, hey, listen, I've got a few extras of that one, so no worries.
Oh, perfect. She's too nice, so I won't even, think about the thought of trying to steal it from her. As you've just given us in roleplay, she probably wouldn't notice it being missing, but I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it, because she was really nice.
Or was she lying?
She says, well, I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you soon, it sounds like.
Yes, absolutely. Because I just remembered I stole another ring from that place that is worth 100 gold that I can go sell to someone. Because it's not a magic ring.
She puts the big book away and gives you guys a wave as she starts to, get back to work with the delivery boxes and stuff.
I guess we leave.
I send the feeling to the rest of them that everything's okay and send them an image to meet in front of the shop. Like an image of the shop.
Yeah, you can all meet back up pretty easily.
There were 3 back doors, but we couldn't determine which one went to what store.
We didn't get too many answers from her. The scrolls definitely came from the shop, but she didn't seem to remember who might have taken them. As a matter of fact, they might have been stolen.
Ah, so if she's a thief, that's another point against her.
Or whoever this necromancer is may have stolen them. I got absolutely no bad vibes from her whatsoever.
Great, she lives.
Yes, I did see you vibe checking her.
I know.
So shall we...
Yes. Shall we go to the rats and the bats and the vats?
Yes.
I would like to very intentionally kind of sneak up that way because I want to look to see if the clover's in the window.
Okay.
I know it's not, but so I could bring it up with her.
Yeah, so you're trying to specifically sneak up to the window or?
Well, I don't want her to see me inspecting her window.
Okay, how about this then? Roll perception to see if you can check from a bit of a distance. Is that another
16? Yeah.
Can you only roll ones at 16?
Only multiples of 4.
So yeah, you can see well enough from a distance to tell that the shop is dark on the inside, and the closed sign is hanging in the glass window on the door, and you don't see a clover on the windowsill.
I turn to the group. It doesn't look like she's here, but we need to find her.
Or we could always just go in there.
I will go in last, because if she was the necromancer, she saw my face, and perhaps she would run if she saw me.
Is anyone particularly good at disguising?
I'm good at cutting down evil.
Harp's raising her hand slowly.
I can't think of anyone who's really good at disguising themselves.
Oh.
If only we had that rogue fella.
I meant more so disguising Kadmist.
Did anyone happen to go to, I don't know, an acting seminar recently?
Oh, I did not.
Really? like the perfect tee up for your feet.
Can I vibe check
Years
him?
ago, though.
There it is.
I did.
You did? What
Yes.
did you learn? Did you learn how to, I don't know, okay.
Oh no! There is something wrong.
There is something incredibly wrong.
I just rolled a nat 1 again on insight.
No.
Which is 5 nat 1s.
Roll it again.
Tyler, actor's not going to do anything to help you here.
I'm gonna roll 1 nat 20 now, and it's gonna be the wasted nat 20 of the game.
Oh my gosh, it was a...
It's a 9, so it can roll something
But what
else.
if it was?
Yeah, like,
For,
what if it
slight
was,
second
though?
listeners were like, oh shoot, they just rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, it was really good acting.
Again, I went to the actor school a few years ago.
I just wanted an excuse to bring that into canon. Your feet into
Next
canon.
fun fact is about Pet going to acting school.
But yeah, like I don't think that feat will actually help in this current situation.
Yeah, I can't do anything to make you
It's
different.
okay. I didn't think you were. I was just trying to bring it in.
I do have minor illusion though.
You can
That won't help you either.
you could minorly illuge a mustache on me. She could not tell me from apart from anyone.
DM, can I minor illusion a mustache?
Very fancy curly Q one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess, but the difficult thing is going to be that if like something touches the illusion, it gets like it interrupts it, you know?
Shoot.
So it'd have to be like floating in front of him like a tiny bit, and you'd have to like focus up and like track it to his face.
You make a good point.
Sounds good to me.
Before we do this, since we she's not home, we've got some time. Why don't we take a trip to Peck's favorite store, Masquerade, and see if they have any masks that can, like masks of disguisey or.
Now, do you just want to go here because you want to buy your own mask?
Definitely not. No, I don't need any masks. I'm comfortable with my appearance.
If I remember correctly, Peck,
Yes.
I feel like I was in the store with you when you came across this one. They did have a mask of disguised self.
I do believe they did it. I do believe it also cost like 40 gold.
Oh, excellent. I have 9.
If only we had some money.
Peck, I think it would be a good deed if you bought this mask of disguised self for your friend.
I don't have the money for it.
But you do have a ring that.
Yeah, but I'm gonna- you guys-
I don't know this, but you have a ring that can sell for.
Yeah, for 100 gold, and I'm gonna sell that to get my fine familiar. So that way I can have me a little familiar.
That's 70 left over.
Yeah, it'll work
Yeah, but then
out.
I gotta buy some like components to just have, so that way I can use my spells.
So now we have the 3rd episode of a shopping episode.
I would also, before we go anywhere, I would like to look for a back door, and if it is open or there's any light from the back.
I mean, yeah, roll investigation.
An 11. I hate these dice.
I mean, that's like exactly what Tyler rolled last time. So, yeah, like you're trying to count the doors on the front and find the corresponding door like on the back of the building. But when you make it around, you see fewer doors back here than on the front, and you're not 100% sure if any of them go directly into rats, bats, and bats.
Is there a gap in the window or the doors at all? Or is it pretty sealed tight to the wall?
Well, like, what do you mean?
Like, would a snake be able to fit through an unlocked door?
I mean, probably not on this particular door, no.
Can I go buy thieves' tools and use them to unlock the door?
Oh, right, yeah, you're a rogue now, too. Is that, like, do you want to do that, like, right now?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, you all leave to go look to buy some thieves' tools. And Kira, you find yourself at that same shady little spot where Harp bought hers. Like it's got this telltale, discreet little mark nearby that indicates that there may be a thief too. And you walk up, and the guy is like about to bite into a piece of fruit, and he sees you, and he's like, "Hey, lady, what do you need?"
Hello. I was wondering how much your thieves' tools are.
He kind of like raises his eyebrows, and he like looks back down at his piece of fruit, like you know, like scrutinizing a bruise on it. And he's rubbing it on his dirty sleeve, and he says, "Yeah, 8 gold."
All right.
That's it? You're not even going to bargain?
8 gold's a good deal. What are you talking about? How much was he going to charge you?
So what?
No, I'm lawful good. I'm not gonna try and
All right.
swindle this poor man.
Poor, whatever. Harp's walking over there, and she puts her arm around you, and
No,
she
he's gonna
kinda
raise
gives
it. Get
you
away.
No, just shut up. She's with me. Wink.
He sold it to you as
He like looks back up at you and he squints and he says, and yeah, who are you?
you have to disguise yourself as what's her face?
Oh, my bad. I'll be back. 1 second.
I don't know her, sir.
Just 1 second. I got a friend. I
I have no idea who she is.
So Harp walks away, gets into the Arwell face mode, walks back, puts her arm around you again. Hey.
Oh, hey, Arwell. How's it going?
I see you're in the market for some, thieves' tools?
I just roll deception right now.
Did you go to actor score?
At disadvantage, for sure.
Oh, man. All right. Disadvantage. 12.
That's not too bad.
He rolls his eyes and like clearly it's weird to him that she called Arwell by name. Like
To be fair, I forgot her name until Kelly said it.
he looks at you, Harp, and he says, "Newbies, huh?" And he slides a set of thieves' tools across the table and like leans back into his chair and he says, "Yeah, 5 gold."
Now that sounds like a deal to me.
Okay, yeah, 5 is all right.
There it is. And you are welcome.
He kind of goes back to his fruit like, "Oh, what, you still here? Yeah, okay, bye." Okay, so what now?
I guess I'll try and pick the lock.
Cool, yeah, just like in front of God and everybody.
Did you say I thought it was a back door.
Oh, you're going in the doors on the back.
Yeah, that's where I thought we were.
I mean, yeah, you just you don't know which, if any, go to the right shop. That's all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me investigate then.
Yeah, roll it.
That's a 19.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of check it out, and you're kind of like fairly confident. Like you sort of figure that you have the right one.
Okay, there are 6 shops. What number shop down the line is Bats, Rats, and Vats?
I mean, let's say that it's the third one down the row, but then
Cool,
like
so we just go to the other side and we go down 3 doors and we go, it's that one.
There are still not the same number of doors on the front and back of this building. Like I feel like I've said that 3 times now.
Oh, I did miss that part.
Hey, hear me out here. If only we had someone with wings who could start at the front and fly over to the back.
Give me an hour.
A boost? You got it.
Give me an hour, and I can have that done
Okay, wait,
for
like
you.
you passed the check.
Wait, can Kadmist use? I can mind link with the Raven. The Raven can fly from front door to back door.
That is true, but it is a young raven, and I don't know if
It's not a fly.
might not come back.
I feel like I'm losing my mind right now.
I think he's trying to tell you that you found the door.
I'm gonna fucking draw it. Okay, hold on. If there is like a door here and here and here, here and here, there are half as many doors on the back. Just like here, and here. Like, but like Kira found.
I just want to note that this is great for an audio podcast.
Well, I'm obviously gonna have to cut this part now, Chandler.
You're cutting this part?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, shoot.
Didn't make the
Now's
cut.
when we have to say all the dumb things.
All right, here's what I'll let everyone. Peck is actually a half-orc, not an elf. Fooled you, but it's all cut.
Oh, I'm a half orc. Interesting. So
That's all cut. It doesn't matter.
So do you know my?
Got cut. Doesn't matter.
But like with a 19, you passed your check. Like I led with that, right? Like what?
You did.
Okay.
All right, then let me open the door.
Please do.
27.
Whoa. Yeah. Okay. Like you like immediately pop the lock on this door.
With my eyes closed.
Well,
I mean, naturally. So you open the door, and behind it is sort of like a service entrance corridor that happens to link all the shops. I don't know if you've ever been on the backside of like the mall, but that's kind of the vibe.
wait, you just gave us the vibe without us even having to vibe check?
Yeah, no check.
Shoot. Can we discern which door?
Yeah, back here they all have little plaques on this side denoting which shop is which. Kira, it's locked though. Did you want to try and lockpick again?
Yeah, I will do that too.
Okay, roll it.
Ooh, 16.
Yeah, you pop the door unlocked.
Great. Before we all go in, I want to lock the door we just came in.
You want to pop it and then lock it?
Exactly. So then if she comes, she doesn't realize that we unlocked her door.
Yeah, okay. And then what?
Go in the shop.
But do we think that this is the right door?
There was a sign.
Should we sneak?
We established she's not here.
Yeah.
Yes, but what if, I know. How about someone checks for traps?
Someone really doesn't want to go in.
Maybe she left like a little tripwire to alert her to our presence. I do have an alarm spell that I personally use on myself that I put out anytime I want to go to bed.
I want to look to see if there's any more similar runes to what we saw in the building.
Like back here on the outside of the shop?
It's just unlocked. We didn't open it yet.
Yeah. Like, do you touch the door?
Can I sense any magic from there?
I mean, you don't have like a true detection ability, but like roll Arcana, I
I was
guess.
gonna say that's the one thing I'm good at,
Oh, 8.
or not so good at.
You don't notice anything magical about the door.
Okay.
Can I detect magic?
Yeah, like you begin detecting magic, and the walls aren't too thick to block you, and you get colorful auras from every shop here.
What side note? I don't know if what time of day is it right now?
Like morning?
Like, so the other shops are open since we just went to Spelling Bee.
Yeah.
Are there any stock boys back here?
No? Like, not that you can see?
That's good.
Oh, stock boy.
Do we want to go? Do we want to go in? Do we want to open the door?
Yeah.
My blade thirsts for vengeance.
All right, I open the door.
Yeah, you open the door, and you're looking at the inside of a darkened rats, bats, and vats.
I immediately want to go behind the counter and look for the Sham-Rocked to see if she maybe to see if someone like set this up or if it was really her.
I mean, sure, yeah, you go look for the single shamrock, and you don't happen to see it anywhere.
I'm sure she's involved in this. There's only 2 people who knew about this.
Who's that? Who's the other?
The shopkeep?
Yes. You said there were 2 people who knew. You, the shopkeep, and who else?
Myself.
Oh, yes, of course.
We had made an arrangement that if she was in trouble, she would leave this in the window.
Yes, I remember that now. I don't, but...
I almost forgot Peck was there for that.
But I don't think he was paying attention.
I wasn't.
Because I tried to pull her aside.
I wasn't,
Yeah.
because I was looking at the vials.
Yeah, exactly.
Kadmist.
Yes.
You know what I think would be a good form of retaliation for this evil deed she has determined?
If you wish to manipulate me, tell me.
My manipulation that I am hoping to do here, we should probably steal any health potions that she has here.
Depends. Did she steal from anyone?
Yes. It seems she stole these scrolls from the Spelling Bee.
That is true.
And not only that, it seems she stole the relic from
There it is.
the temple.
This is also true. My
Yes.
oath says it's okay.
Well, I'm glad that your oath agrees. Can we try and steal some health potion if she has any? It's 17 for investigation.
Yeah, I mean, the shelves are how you remember them. It's like mostly ingredients here, but there are a handful of lesser health potions hanging out on some of the fixtures.
How many we got?
3 of them that you can see.
Also, does she potentially have 10 GP worth of charcoal, incense, and herbs?
I mean,
Roll
yeah,
for dankness.
yeah, you can easily find that.
Cool. I also just want to grab up some of that for uses for ritual spells.
Though, Peck, if we come to it that this one is merely
Being manipulated, yes.
manipulated
yes,
like
of
you
course,
wish to do
of
to me,
course.
and
yes.
she indeed did not steal anything,
We shall give everything back in
You
full.
must.
I believe in you.
you must, or if you use it, you must pay for it.
Oh, 100%.
And I will watch what he does so I
yes.
can take a mental tally of what he takes.
I would like to sleight of hand to take everything that I take, so that
My
way he doesn't
passive
see.
perception is only 10.
Peck, roll sleight of hand.
13.
Yeah, 13. Okay, Cadmus, roll perception since you're trying to watch.
There we go. That answers that.
That's solid.
Yeah, that was a 2. So, Peck, you snag 3 health potions and whatever ingredients you needed, and Cadmus doesn't notice.
Who doesn't currently have any health potions on them? I currently have 2 that I already had.
I do not, but I am a little skilled with healing, so if Kira or Harp want to take one.
Kia, Hop.
I have one already.
Oh, I'll take it.
All right. Cadmus, do you need a healing potion?
I have one, but I can also heal myself through magic. So if you would
wonderful.
like to give
I
me
shall-
Well, then
one-
I will also take one if no one else wants
Okay.
one.
So let's give 1 to or 2 to Harp since she has none, and we'll give the other 2 to Meira. Definitely wasn't looking at my notes there.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely not.
Little Athena, the poet of justice, would like one.
Sorry, I've already passed them all out. Next time we find one.
Okay, Kira and Meira, while everyone is having this conversation and just like looting the shop, I guess, your passive perception is high enough that you hear a tiny noise from up the stairs in the back of the shop.
and I let everyone. There's someone upstairs.
I draw my sword.
Do you want me to investigate?
Would you like me to investigate as a small little dragon?
I volunteer to investigate.
I don't think we should let him investigate.
Yeah, I don't think the
we should have
clunkiest
the
person
biggest,
here.
clunkiest thing.
Perhaps then it is best for you, Peck, to investigate.
All right. I would like to stealth, be a little stealthy boy.
Okay, roll it.
Also, before he goes, I'm going to cast Spider Climb on him again, so that he can move up, down, across vertical surfaces and along ceilings with hands free.
Okay, cool.
That's an 11 for my stealth.
Okay then.
That's stealth.
So do you just walk up the stairs like on all fours?
I will.
Alone?
Yeah. We're just taking a quick peek.
Okay. You're easily able to make it up to the top of the stairs. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Stealthy boy.
You just get sniped.
Wait, did you?
not a
You can
stealthy
climb on the
boy.
walls.
No, I was gonna say that as a joke, and then I was like, it's fine. I'll do it when I get up there. That's an 8.
Okay, yeah, you barely see it coming. Like it's so fast. Something tiny flies towards you in the darkness, and then you hear a small shatter of glass at your feet.
Ooh.
And before you can react, this blue liquid is growing and spreading and beginning to emit an eerie light. And Elwin, it is so cold.
It's cold.
And as it spreads, it is just rapidly solidifying, and you can hear the wooden floorboards just like groaning as the extreme temperature change affects them, and you try to move, but your claws make contact with it, and you take 1 cold damage as you like fall over when your body's momentum like carries you forward, but your limbs are just stuck in place in this quickly growing ice.
I send to everyone, help! Help!
Are you sending it, or are you saying it out loud?
I'm sending it in my mind, but I can still see them. Can I still see them from where I am?
Yeah, you can send it telepathically, and everyone, you get the message like right away. And Elwin, on your floor, you hear footsteps just like taking off in the opposite direction from you.
I'm sending images like, get out. Oh, wait. I Misty Step.
Nice.
I move 30 feet away from the stuff, and I disappear from the ice, and I appear on the ground away from it 30 feet to wherever I hear the footsteps coming from.
That's incredible.
So I think like as it starts to freeze me, I go, ooh, cold, and then I send out the feeling to everyone, like, I send that feeling that I mentioned to them earlier that come with weapons, with an image of the blue stuff, and then I Misty Step 30 feet close as I can get to the running feet.
Like while you're in the process of falling down, when your feet get frozen, you do that. And like a silvery mist swirls around you in a flash, and you blink forward towards the footsteps, like taking these chunks of ice with you. You like rip them from the floor with you as you teleport. Make another dexterity save real quick.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and use that point of inspiration,
Your call.
and I'm gonna re-roll that 4. That is instead of 12.
Okay, yeah. 30 feet towards the footsteps was like right on the figure, and as you reappear, you are just quick enough to not slam into them, and you twist yourself up in the air and you land just to the side.
Stop! Do not run!
You shout it out loud.
I yelled it.
Okay.
As soon as we hear the help, we're gonna try to stealthily go upstairs.
Okay, yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Roll it.
That's an 11.
That hits. Roll damage. Nice shot. So, yeah, you hurl this like crackling beam of force down the hallway, illuminating the doorways in this magical light as it's flying, and you hit the figure square in the back, doing that 5 damage. And the impact of it knocks them forwards the tiniest bit into the doorway they were running towards, and they like slam it behind them, and you hear it lock. And the rest of you are cresting the stairs like right now.
Careful of the blue thing. Don't step in it.
Yeah, I want to run up to the door, pull it open, and cast Entangle.
Okay, you pull on it and it's locked.
I take the axe and I chop it in 2.
Yes, roll it.
20.
Yeah, you bring up the axe, and Meira slides out of the way just as you bring it back down with everything you have. And the wooden door just it splinters to pieces. And you see the short figure across the room at the window just scrambling to climb through it. And then she sees you. And as she turns to look at her attackers and her hood slips down, her wide eyes lock with yours. And for the second time since you met, Hildry Fairhedge is not excited to see you.